Welcome back to another episode of Jordan Peele's Face, but Not Money. I apologize for missing the episode last week. Shit has been crazy. It's been pretty hectic, and I'm still trying to work this schedule out, so we're going to get it right, I promise. And as always, if you're new or if you're not new, there's a couple of things that you might need to be hitting right now. I don't know. So, as you know, one of my jobs is that I deliver weed, right? And you never know what you may come across dealing with random individuals, especially when you're exchanging goods. It's always a crapshoot. When stakes are very high because money is involved, chances of a fight may happen. So on this particular night, I had to do a delivery, and I pull up to the house, apartment. And one thing about me is I'm super, super, super intuitive. I catch the smallest thing. It's just, I just feel it. And I might not be able to like describe exactly what it is that I'm feeling, but I know that it's breaking a life pattern. And I'm like Daredevil. You know, like when Daredevil, you know how he can't see. So like he'll like bang his stick on an Xbox and it like vibrates across the penthouse, and he can like see the vibrations and who's about to like drop kick him in the chin. That's how I am. I naturally cast a net of perceptivity across wherever I am. And if you don't fit the mold, if you don't fit the patterns that I've experienced, because even though I'm in my 30s, I've had a long life. If you don't fit those patterns, spotty senses. So I pull up to this house, and I can't find her name on the call box. When you're doing delivery, there should be no communication between you and the other person. You should make it as easy as you can for the other person because they're paying to not be bothered. They don't want to go anywhere. So now I'm already setting my own self up to not get tipped as much, even though you put me in this position. But the fact that you didn't have the wherewithal to tell us that we would have to call you lets me know that you would think that this would be my fault that I called you. Does that make sense? So I call her, and it's like a young girl. And she's like, okay, I'll be right down. And I'm outside for about 2 minutes. I illegally park everywhere. You think I'm going to find a spot 5 apartments down and walk to your house? No, I'm pulling up, emergency lights. I'm blocking in 5 people trying to leave because I'm only going to be the 30 seconds. I'm going to get this money. I'm going to bounce. So I'm sweating a little bit because she is potentially putting me in a position to either get a ticket, get in a mishap with a stranger trying to leave to go to Ralph's. I don't know. So she comes outside. Hi, how are you? And the total is $84. And I run her card, and only $64 is approved on her end. So I tell her, I'm sorry. It looks like, your card's only covered for $64. Immediate animosity. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And now naturally this happens usually when people's cards get declined, there's a little bit of embarrassment. There shouldn't be, I don't care. I get it. But there is. Okay. So that's not a problem. I'm sorry, it's only $64, I got, and because I am Weed Delivery Man of the Year, customer service extraordinaire, I know that I got to work with her. You don't ever make them feel wrong. You try to work with them to find a solution, even though she's got to come up with a solution, but you're helping her find the solution. You feel me? She's like, no, that can't be it. She's like, I have rewards points, and I know that this delivery needs to be credited. Well, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. So when we get the product to deliver, I'm just a driver. I have no idea what's going on the back end. So I have no information. I can't tell her she's wrong, but I've also never heard of this. So I'm like, I don't know. So I call up my homie in the office. Yo, This girl says that she has a credit on her account. Her card's not going through. Can we help her? And he just goes, no. So now I'm not confident in telling her anything. I don't want to tell her that he's saying no. I have to be on his side because I work with him. But also, I got to get this money because I drove all the way out to Sepulveda for a $5 tip. I'm going to get this $5 tip or I'm blocking everybody in from Albertsons. You feel me? And I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't know if he sees your thing. And she's like, look. And she holds up the rewards points on her phone. That shows her credit. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay, cool. Hey, man, I think that we messed up a little bit. I think that we might owe her some money. I can only give her $10 back. So, okay. So help me out, bro. You feel me? Help me out. This is already taking way too long. All right. Out of nowhere, you're telling me that we can give her money back. You're not listening to the part where I'm telling you that she's literally showing me her rewards, whatever the that is. And I'm caught in the middle. So I'm literally the person that's like, he says that he can't do this. And she's like, well, tell him fucking that. And I'm like, hey, she's saying that she can't do that. I'm being that dude. And I just go, you guys here, I think you guys should just work it out. I give him the phone, they argue back and forth. He's not giving her the discount. He's like, yo, I can only do $10. Not giving her a reason why. So she's definitely not going to be a repeat customer. And they get in an argument. And she's like, well, I'm sorry that my mom gambled all of my college tuition away and left me with no money. So now, you know what? I guess I'll just pay for the whole thing then. Do I have to say anything? So she pays the whole thing after all of that. So I leave. I get a text from that dude in the office. Yo, call me. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Don't be giving customers your phone. What are you crazy? You're just gonna let her control the situation? And this is the point of me telling this story. Triggers are a real thing. Triggers run the world. I know you see people talking about triggers on Twitter and whatever colorful ways, but like this is a real life example of a trigger. So he's arguing with me about giving control over to a young lady, okay, which is a waste of time. Because if I don't give the phone to her to talk to you, nobody gets money. Do you understand? I don't know how the back end works. She does, and you do. So you guys talk. That's called efficiency. And I got this dude in my ear talking about, I mean, if that's cool with you, if you're going to let people control you like that, like, what are we talking about? Letting people control. When I first met this guy, he's one of those people that like, go watch my last episode. He's one of those people that don't let you talk. Like he tries to like muscle the conversation. Like he there's something in him that doesn't allow you to tell him by. It's like, all right, bro, I'll see you. Hey, how's your mom? Good. All right, bro, I'll see you. Like people will do that, those little things, and I don't even know if they're conscious of it. So I'm already like, all right, I feel like this dude's a little bit on the controlling side, but whatever, he treats me well. And now it's coming out. When I said I was Daredevil, this is what I'm talking about. I felt something in this dude. Like, I don't know about this guy. Like he kind of, I don't know. It's because he's controlling. And why is he controlling? Probably because somebody used to control him. So this dude is mad triggered right now because this girl gave him attitude. But he's blaming it on me. Like, why would you call me? The work needs to be done. Why would you call me and have a conversation with me about how I operated something. You feel me? Because when people get triggered, they just shut down. Logic is gone. Reasoning is gone. If something touches your emotions, your ass is acting up. And I feel like that's what happens everywhere. Like I've always said, like, anytime anyone does something arbitrary that like bothers you, it's probably because somebody in your life fucked you up in the same way. Does that make sense? I don't know if there's books written on this. I ain't researched this, but like it doesn't make sense. Why would you get mad at somebody? Man, that dude, he eating his muffins way too loud. I'm gonna choke him out. Like, why would that bother you? Unless you grew up around some folks that used to be smacking, eating Doritos and Fritos. Don't be eating Fritos. Why are you eating Fritos? If Fritos are your favorite chips, we gotta talk. But he probably grew up around people that had like loud noised mouths. So, you know, I think it takes like a certain level of awareness and life experience to like get to that point. Not saying I'm like God, even though I was him for Halloween, but I think there needs to be like a class taught. Like I think we need to teach this to people in schools. Like understanding that shit ain't got nothing to do with you. And people just be saying shit. I think it would solve a lot. I might write the book, but I need money to write the book. And I ain't going to get money to write the book if I don't get tipped. So give her the reward points.